Look, if you're watching this, you've probably been where I was, stuck at 100 subscribers, refreshing your channel every hour, watching that number go nowhere. But what if I told you there's a way, a real way, to make it big, like really big? It's not what the algorithm experts or YouTube gurus will tell you. No, this is different. I found the steps that guarantee results. 10 steps, just 10. Follow them and you'll get everything you've ever wanted, just like I did. But I'll warn you, once you start, there's no turning back. Before we get into the first step, I bet you're all wondering where I learned these secrets. Well, you see, I stumbled into a weird antique bookstore and found this gnarly-looking faded leather book under a pile of dusty junk. It had a bunch of scary drawings, and it looks like it was written in some kind of red ink. The owner said it wasn't for sale, and it must have been mistakenly left out. But when he wasn't looking, I tossed 100 on the counter and ran out of the store with it. Listen, I know it wasn't my proudest moment, but if you saw how cool this book looked, I bet you would have done the same. Anyways, enough rambling, let's get to step 1. Okay, so step 1 is all about setting the mood. You probably think you know what this means. Lighting, sound, maybe a spooky prop or two, right? Nope, this is on another level. The instructions said to get black candles and a bit of chalk. I laughed at first, thinking it was over the top, but then I figured, why not? I found these ancient-looking candles and drew these symbols on the floor, just as the guide described, circles with these twisted designs inside them. No clue what they meant, but I thought, hey, it's just for effect. It felt a little strange, like the air was heavier somehow. But the weirdest part, when I lit the candles, the symbols seemed darker, almost as if they were pulsing under the light. I'll link a picture of the design in the comments, but it's basically a circle with a 5-pointed star inside it. Now we're at step 2, building your following. Here's where things start to get intense. The guide says you have to make an offering to connect with your audience on a spiritual level. I thought it was some metaphor for authenticity or whatever, but then it's specified, something personal, something you care about. So I grabbed this old photo of me and my family, my favorite one from when I was a kid. I set it in the middle of the symbols I drew in step 1, and as a joke I said something like, I offer this piece of me to bring us all closer. Then I burned it, just like the guide said. That night, I gained 10,000 new subscribers. 10,000, just like that. I don't know if it was the timing or what, but suddenly my channel was blowing up. People even started messaging me saying they felt a deep connection. I was starting to feel uneasy, like it was becoming harder and harder to remember some of the family vacations and holidays from the past. But hey, it was working. Step 3, make it interactive. You've got to get people involved, the guide says, like they're participating in something real. So I went live, inviting everyone to chant a phrase with me. The guide didn't give any translation, just this creepy string of Latin or some other old language. I typed it out in the video description, told my viewers, if you really want to feel connected, type this phrase in the comments while I chant it. And then, they did. The chat exploded with it. Hundreds, maybe thousands of people typing out this chant all at once. The energy, it was almost physical. I could feel this prickling on my skin like static, and the room felt thicker somehow, like something was watching. The stream went viral within the hour. My account got featured, recommended, boosted everywhere, but afterward, I couldn't shake this feeling, like I'd opened a portal or something. It's hard to explain. And when I replayed the stream, I could have sworn there was a dark figure standing in the corner of my room that I hadn't noticed there before. All right, step 4 is where things start to get personal. You've built the foundation, you've played along, And now it's time to push boundaries. For this step, you're going to expose a secret, but not just any secret, one that belongs to someone close to you. It could be a friend, family member, someone who trusts you, who'd never expect you to reveal it. And yes, you'll be doing it in a public outlet, a blog post, a social media blast, anywhere people will see and react. It sounds harsh, I know, but if you want to be truly unforgettable, you've got to start making waves. The guide is very clear. The energy that comes from betrayal has a unique power to it, a kind of sacrifice that's vital for step 4. You're letting go of your comfort zone and pushing right into the uncomfortable. Think of it as showing the world that you're not afraid to be bold, to tell the truth, no matter the cost. You're proving your dedication to this journey. When I did it, it was hard. My best friend Kendall cheated on her longtime boyfriend at some house party we were at and trusted me with the details. My hands shook as I hit post, knowing it would hurt Kendall and John, but it worked. The reactions poured in, people were talking about me, and the energy was intoxicating. The guide says these are the sacrifices you'll need to make if you want to go all the way. Fame requires tough choices, but you'll thank yourself later, trust me. So whose secret will you expose? And where are you going to let it loose? Step 5, and honestly, this one felt like it was made for me. Solidify your brand. It told me to create a personal symbol, something that represents who I am and who I'm becoming. Kind of intense, right? But I'd been seeing these symbols in my dreams. Curved lines, spirals, jagged shapes. So I sketched one out and started using it as my channel watermark. I even painted it on a wall in my studio. Here's where it got creepy. A day after I put up the first video with the new symbol, I started seeing it other places. I saw it spray painted on a wall near my place, and once it showed up as a shadow in my room while I was editing. I even started having more and more strange dreams about it. My followers loved it though. They said it felt real, like I was finally coming into my own. Step 6, push your limits. It says to challenge yourself, get raw. So I decided to make a video talking about my fears. Stuff I've never said out loud, things that scare me. For the shoot, I even turned off all the lights, just a single black candle in the middle of my circle from step 1. It was intense, like I was spilling my guts to a presence in the room with me. I uploaded it, and the response was unreal. People were obsessed, like they could feel the fear in my voice. But I'll be honest, I didn't sleep well that night. I kept hearing whispers in my apartment, words in a language I didn't understand, like someone was calling to me from somewhere else, and I had these really intense nightmares. I felt like something was standing over the bed watching me as I slept. I felt a pressure on my chest and woke up with these claw marks on my chest. I must have scratched myself in my sleep, but that's what it takes to go viral, right? Now we're in deep with step 7, sacrifice to grow. I thought it'd just be another personal item, but this time, the guide says I have to offer something living that I loved. I didn't know what that meant exactly, but I had this sinking feeling in my gut. So this part seems a little morbid, and I'm sure I'll get a ton of hate in the comments. But trust me on this part. Listen, I had this pet mouse I named Mickey, and he was really cool. I loved the little guy. Lately he's been acting strange. He's not eating or drinking much. I think he's sick. Anyways, I thought he would fit perfect into step 7. I put Mickey in the middle of the symbols and I cut off his head with a knife, just like the book said. I had to hold him tight to get him to stop squirming and biting, and I let his blood pour out into the pentagram. I know it sounds gross, but he was going to die anyways. I just took him out of his misery. It wasn't easy, and I stayed up most of the night crying, but it was worth it, I promise you. I felt this hollow ache afterward, like I'd left part of myself behind. I figured it was just nerves, but when I checked my subscriber count later, I'd gained another 20,000 overnight. It was like the emptier I felt, the more they came. Step 8, take the plunge. This one tells you to give in completely, to let go of everything else and commit to your channel fully. It's as if I'd become the channel itself, like it was a living thing. I started talking to it like it was an actual person, asking it what it needed from me, how far I should go. I stopped going outside, stopped replying to my friends' messages. Why did I even need them anymore when I had this great channel? The channel even started talking back to me, whispering in my ear as I slept. It was awesome, like a new best friend. It started telling me some bizarre things, like grab a knife from the kitchen and hide in your parents' closet at night to give them a scare. Everything was all in good fun though, and the high I was getting from seeing those numbers jump. I was ready to give up anything. Step 9. Share the vision. This is where you're supposed to bring your followers into the real purpose. Give them a glimpse of the truth. Step 9 is really what prompted me to record this video telling all of you about the journey. You really need to sell it. Let everyone see how great it is. Get as many other viewers to follow you and unlock their own potential, their own greatness. I promise, the viewers will latch onto every word you say and they will be ready to do anything. That's when I realized I wasn't just growing a following, I was building a cult almost. Here it is, step 10, the final offering. I have to stream live on YouTube for the final step, and you will too. I'll try to splice this into the main video though. I've been dreading this one. The guide is very clear. After tonight, I won't be the same. And to be honest, I can feel it already. This pressure building inside me. Something scraping just below the surface, itching to get out. The instructions say I need to sit in the center of the symbols, light the black candles from the first step, and focus on giving up everything. My ambitions, my body, my soul. I'll sit down here, you can't feel it, but wow, it's getting cold in here. If I can get my hands to stop trembling so much, I can light these damn candles. The air seems so thick I can barely breathe. Now I need to close my eyes and complete the chant I posted in the comments. My marlulq szir wmulyw krudduilzdh kdiwemyph, rytiddulq my alty vortmilqyd oarqyv vywzulh kytipulq my ourwz aeeawyw my prulty my dirclyww my oly dujuvy zakaras hafer lippy satan. Okay guys, nothing is happening just yet. Oh wait, there's someone else in here with me. Just a shadow for now, but no, it's moving closer like it's crawling out of the dark. Oh God, I can see it. Oh God, it has these long, stretched out limbs and eyes so dark they look like they're swallowing the room. I thought I'd be ready for this, but I can't. I can't breathe. I can't think. Guys, I'm not sure this was a good idea. I can hear something, so many whispers. It's hard. I don't understand. It's smiling at me, and it knows I'm scared. No, I can feel it reaching inside me like it's peeling something away, stripping me down to, oh no, please, I don't. No, it's got its hand on my chest now, and it's cold. Freezing cold. I thought this was supposed to be worth it, but I don't want to do this anymore. I can feel it taking something from me. My chest is on fire. No, the pain, oh God, the pain. I'm begging you, don't. Hey everyone! Sorry for all the theatrics. Got you? Guess I got a little too into character. The spooky stuff really gets to me, you know? Anyway, the real secret to going viral is all about commitment, right? You've got to give it everything you've got. And yeah, that's why I kept saying things like sacrifices and all that scary stuff, just to keep you on the edge of your seat. Trust me, there's nothing real to be afraid of here. Just a little magic, some showmanship. I mean, would I still be talking to you like this if there was anything to worry about? So, keep following these steps, have a little fun with it, and watch your audience grow. Fame is right within your reach. And just a hint, you'll never feel as powerful as when you reach this final step. It's life-changing, honestly. So give it a try. Just follow the steps and you'll see the results in no time. Can't wait to see all of you join me on the other side.
Thank you as always for joining me for tonight's tale at Nightmare Theatre. A special thanks to my editor Katie Spencer for providing the bulk of the narration. I wanted to try something a bit new with tonight's story. I do hope you all enjoyed it, and I'll see you again tomorrow night. Happy Halloween.